Hello. Today I want to discuss the go to market challenges of building a DevTools business. The way it typically starts is you tend to have an engineering team which tries to build a product upon feedback or interaction with, let's say, a few teaching customers. They keep working on the product with help of product marketing, but when they are kind of a quarter away from releasing their product, then they hire these awesome people, collectively known as DevRel or developer relations. They are developer evangelists, developer advocates, community managers, content strategists, content creators. Their main function is educating developers. So, what they do is they create content and do outreach. So, as they join our team, they go do a lot of legwork. They go and meet all the engineers, the researchers, product marketing folks, and try and understand what does this product exactly do, what are the technologies it involves, who is it really targeted for, what is the vision. And then once they have assimilated all that knowledge, they go create some content and then start a Slack or maybe a Discord or a discourse community engagement platform, and they attract users, they attract community of developers to come and engage with the product and try and see if it fits into their needs. When they do all these interactions, they get a lot of feedback, and this feedback is really critical for the product engineering team. This is what tells them what is it that's value for the community, for the users who can become paying customers in the future. With this knowledge, they again work, create new code, content, and they again go back to the community. And this back and forth activity is exactly what all the GTM teams do. It's costly, time consuming, and inefficient. Today we have tools to do better. But wait, you just cannot do anything or everything that you want. Your company may run on Slack, your community may also run on Slack, but you just cannot share everything. So, in an enterprise, in any company, you maintain access control. You have these swim lanes of knowledge, something which is out there for the public, whereas remaining which is internal only private, and still some which are confidential, and they generally reside on different platforms or locations, like some on website, on your discussion forums, others in your wikis and Jiras, and yet others in your confidential G drive, OneDrive, or box. With this constraint in mind, let's try and summarize what's the problem, because there is knowledge everywhere, but still people find it hard to get it on time while serving the right customer. So the problems are: number one, content. How do you create content which really does right kind of outreach and awareness in the right crowd? How do you answer those questions which come from the community once you start outreach? And most of those questions are repeat questions. Then there are these complex questions where no one person can really answer them. You need some help, you need collaboration with subject matter expert. Next, how do you answer out of syllabus questions? That means, let's say you're building a product for your data platform, but the questions you'll get will be, let's say, on React or Kubernetes or Docker. Not your product's question, but yet you got to answer them. It takes time. Next, whenever there is a question, there is an expectation that, oh, can I get some tutorial, some training, some material to go read upon? How do you serve that? How do you integrate your support with education? Next, this is very critical. Lot of users initially, let's say the first 50 adopters, they need one-on-one help. They need personal tutor in private to help them become successful. Next, do you have a mechanism to put together all the questions over a period, let's say over a quarter, all the questions asked in your community, and uncover the trends, uncover the voice of your community, uncover the pain points? And once you have found those pain points, which are barriers to adoption, how do you and where do you go and fix them? Documentation, some other content, UX, product, what do you do next? Next, How do you create content which precisely addresses those gaps? Last but not the least, you may also opt to go look at your competitors, the incumbents community of developers, see the questions asked there, and figure out the pain points and build those features such that you can attract the users, the developer community of the incumbent product, and position your product better to address this market. So, with these problems in mind, we at Docky put our heads together and created a solution to take help of generative AI at helping companies grow their developer adoption. How do we do this? Number one, we help you with content. We can help convert chat discussions into content like this. Number two, we use AI to help answer questions in collaboration with subject matter experts under tight human control, because you cannot afford your LLM to hallucinate and even have 2% of your questions answered wrong. No, don't do that. Have human control AI. Use AI for power and efficiency, but within human control. Next, we figured out how we can integrate education, training with the support answer. So, along with every answer, you give an option to your users to instantly get just in time training, more like a mini tutorial, or a one on one tutoring in person in private channel. Next, advocacy. How do you build a mechanism where you find and fix the barriers to adoption every month, every week as they come in a very iterative manner? Last but not the least, leads. Those questions in the community are very important. You can qualify them and then decide that, you know what, they're ready for a value prop which a salesperson can offer, and you can build your business, convert freeloader users into paying customers. How do we do this? Here's how, a world would look like with Docky in place. So let's say you have a community running on variety of community engagement platforms: Slack, Discord, Stack Overflow, GitHub. Now you do your outreach with content and education. You kickstart. As engagement starts, they will come up with question and answer. You provide support function. These support people, they not only answer questions, but they also keep track of what's the gap, where is the product documentation missing. You provide that as an advocacy to your product and engineering team, and your R&D team with product and marketing, they create new knowledge, new features, new code, new content, and then you take that and you supply it to your community of developers. With that new content, your community will come up with yet more questions, and slowly they will start adopting. So what are we doing here? We are operating this feedback loop, a flywheel, where we are listening to the customers and solving their problems in a very iterative manner, week after week, month after month, quarter after quarter, find and fix their barriers to adoption. And Docky.ai is your partner at building this solution. Bye bye.